Hi, I'm Erin Whalen at compassionatecoaching.org. And I put this slideshow together because I know that people are really struggling these days. We are living in troubling times, especially in the US. We're dealing with the pandemic, we're dealing with racial reckoning in our country, we're dealing with a really contentious election season. And yet, despite all of that, I think it's possible and actually very, very important for us to find some hope. So, what is hope? If we look at, I just pulled this from merriam-webster.com. Hope is a desire accompanied by expectation of or belief in fulfillment. So, it's not just something that we want, it's also the fact that we expect or believe that that desire will actually be fulfilled. And I love this quote from St. Augustine. Hope has two beautiful daughters. Their names are anger and courage. Anger at the way things are, and courage to see that they do not remain the way they are. So this quote, I love it because it shows us that it's not all about sunshine and roses all the time. Hope has a connection to other emotions that move us forward, that help us seek out the things that we hope for. So how do we do this? How do we get a little bit more hope during troubling times? Well, first of all, I think it's important to express gratitude. So perhaps you've seen or heard about studies that talk about the many benefits of expressing gratitude. It actually changes the structure of your brain in positive ways. So I just put a little bit on the bottom here. Research on gratitude shows a connection to contentment, happiness, pride, and hope. So a lot of people talk about gratitude journaling, which I've done in the past, and I know a lot of people have a lot of success with it. I actually prefer gratitude texting. So you just have a gratitude buddy, a friend that you commit that the two of you will text each other daily about things that you're grateful for that happen throughout your day. And you can set it up however you want. Like it can just be one text a day, or you can text each other as things happen that you're grateful for. And this is, in my opinion, even more beneficial than gratitude journaling. Gratitude journaling is a solitary activity. It can help you, but once you do the gratitude texting, you're actually helping someone else too. And it really compounds your sense of gratitude. And it compounds your connection with people. And I know that in these days and age, we are craving connection with people since we have limits on how and when we can see people because of the pandemic. So I highly recommend gratitude texting. Give it a shot. So second, be of service to others. So one of the best pieces of advice I ever heard to combat depression was prayer plus service to others. And it can look many different ways. You could volunteer for a group, you could volunteer for an organization, you could volunteer for a population of people who you want to serve and who, maybe it's an organization that feels very meaningful to you, aligns with your values. So if you do that, it will help increase the amount of hope you have. It will show you that you do have agency. You do have things within your control. And third, take the first step. So sometimes when we feel hopeless, we feel stuck. We feel like there's not much we can do. We just don't know where to start. We get overwhelmed with the situation in the world. We get overwhelmed with our own problems and our own challenges. Sometimes just committing to and following through on that first step really, honestly, no matter how small that first step is, it will help you grow in hope. Just taking that first step. And to close out, I love this quote from Martin Luther King Jr. Only in the darkness can you see the stars. And that quote reminds us that even when you're weary, even when it feels dark or hopeless in your life, just know that there is still good around you. There is still a reason to hope. So if this was helpful to you and you're craving more, I have an awesome opportunity. I have a limited number of slots available for some free 30-minute Clarify Your Vision consultations. So in that 30 minutes, totally free, complimentary, We will clarify your personal vision, we'll identify some roadblocks or some challenges that you're facing, and then at the end of the session, you will leave that session feeling renewed and inspired. So if you go below this video, you'll see a link that you can click to learn more. Thank you so very much, and be gentle with yourself.